I mean, you'd have to take him if he was there.
All
All
right,
right,
I'm
who'd you
recording.
take it?
I'm recording now, so we're back to the show. Sorry for the technical difficulties. I'll try to make them seamless as possible on the audio tip. But Corey, we're back to the pick 102, and yeah, let's take
All
it
right,
away.
so we're going from scratch. Scroll down. So with our first pick, we picked Ezra Cleveland, right?
Yeah, but
Yeah,
he wasn't available. Or I guess, is that
Well,
how we're going to?
no, we're going off the previous one, I believe.
yeah. We'll
Uh,
just pretend like we already got him.
all right,
Okay.
so we got Ezra Cleveland. I'm seeing two players here. Uh, Again, Bradley and A still sitting there, which I don't think is realistic. But the other two players are Logan Wilson, which I know me and Ryan both like at middle linebacker. I think they need somebody long term next to Bush. I think those two guys could be a heck of a linebacker duo.
Agreed.
Then I also see Rashard Lawrence, who could possibly replace um, Hargraves. So he's not your stereotypical nose tackle, but I think he can play in what we ask them to do. They're not always 0 or 1 technique in our defense. So
Yeah, Lawrence is really good when he decides to play.
what do you think, Ryan? Again, if we're
I
going,
like Logan Wilson,
all
and
right,
I
well,
think
let's
we
take
took him on a
Wilson.
previous draft.
Let's do it again.
Yeah,
Because I think that's a great pick. It's good. It's a need. I think they need to fill. If an A is there, they're going to take an A. I can tell you that. But I'm telling you, it's just not going to happen. So
yeah.
I'd rather have a realistic pick here.
I agree with
All
that.
right.
All right, so
So
now
we
we just
got
gotta wait till.
Davis, Gaither, Chenault, and Epinesa. So we're thinking what offensive tackle here or running back or corner, depending on value. Potentially tight end, I guess. What do you think, Matt?
Yeah, I don't know if there's a tackle. I would. Well, I got to see the board. If Tyler Biadasz was there, I'd probably lean him as a Lindsley replacement. He can play guard in the meantime if we need him.
You're up.
I don't know if he's still on the board. I like John Simpson from Clemson a lot too. Guard.
Yeah, Simpson's good.
But I don't know. Since we got Gaither, I think I'm tempted to double dip with the App State guy. Really like
Yeah, take the teammates. I like Evans a lot.
so quick.
So the alternative is, I guess, can we at least see what offensive tackles are available?
Yeah.
I think we can wait on corner. I mean, I like Driscoll, but I think I like Evans better.
I would agree.
Yeah. We'll go with that, Ryan.
Who?
Darrington Evans out of App State, running back.
Oh,
I think he's.
I'm looking for him on the tackle sheet. I'm like, I don't see this guy.
Evans, man, he's
This one right here.
There's something
He's
to that
small,
guy.
but God,
I like-
he's fast. He's
a
quick.
former Darren Sproles. That's what I'm hot
Yeah.
take, but yeah.
Well,
I also
and
like
we could
McFarland.
utilize him in so many ways.
I also like McFarland. I like AJ Dillon. I don't think Dillon fits your scheme. But I really like Evans. I think he might be a dark horse in this running back class.
Well, they're going to lose either Williams or I. As much as I want him to re-sign Aaron Jones, that not that he's going to get a McCaffrey deal, but that McCaffrey deal is a shitload of money. So
That deal doesn't help us at all.
yeah,
Well, and I mean, I don't think we're gonna sign Jones if he wants more than 10 million. I think for that reason, maybe McCaffrey's deal alone, maybe you see us pull the trigger in round 2. I mean, I just don't know.
well,
But
we talked about this too. But Edward Solaire, man, if he's there at 62 and they know that they're not going to re-sign Jones, that's the pick.
I love that fit in this offense.
Yeah.
He's like a dream. He can block. He's a great pass catcher, and I mean, we have a pretty good offensive line. So, I mean, I think anybody can run the ball well.
All right, so Steelers are up now. Well, I can tell you somebody that they're super high on is Lyden Bowden. I'm just starting to get around to him. He played quarterback and receiver. He also returned. He played in the slot. They need a slot guy. They need a returner. They love that aspect of him.
He's Randall Cobb.
Yeah, basically, yeah.
So you know who he is? He's Randall L. He's
Yeah.
Antoine Randall L. because he was
that's what I was
quarterback
thinking.
too.
You know they love those guys. I just again, I'm going based off. I want to try to make an as accurate of a draft as possible, just based on what I know and who they like and who they've met with, and they are super high on that kid. The other player that they've met with that I'm seeing on the screen right now is Evan Weaver, but we took Logan Wilson in the last round, so let's go Bowden.
Okay.
I'm not
Yeah, we're not
sold
going
on-
to take two linebackers in the same draft.
Did you guys see that video on NFL Network about most likely to make a Pro Bowl based on the metric they had, the 3 scores? Did you guys see that? Reggie Robinson out of Tulsa, the corner, was the highest rated corner, and he's still on the board. So I mean, if he's still there at our pick, I think that's a slam dunk. He's also 6'1". He's long, so he fits more of the. I don't know if he's day one slot corner, but he does fit the let Kevin King walk card.
That's what I'm thinking.
Who is that?
They need
There's
3 guys.
Who is it? I don't
But
see him.
he got taken, so never mind.
So there's a guy.
All that was for nothing. No.
Stanford Samuels from Florida State. He's like ranked in like 300s on this, but I've seen multiple mocks where he's like a 3rd round pick, and that's the guy I wouldn't mind taking as a King replacement. He's like 6'2", $199, but you can get him in the 7th round in these drafts. So
I didn't realize it was the Steelers pick. Sorry.
What? No, you're good. We took a tackle, we took a linebacker, we took a last pick, we took a receiver. Can you go to edge, Ryan? I'm not seeing Hightower. They're high on Highsmith. Highsmith. Can you scroll down a little bit?
That's a good spot for Anthony Jennings. Has a lot of
Not seeing it.
upside, I feel.
And they met with Darnell Taylor, but I'm not seeing those guys around this range. So go to interior defensive lineman. They've met with McTelvin Ajim. I'm not super high on him personally. I think Roy would fit our defense to the T to replace Hargraves at nose tackle.
Didn't we have Strawbridge on one of our drafts too? I mean,
previously,
interesting to see how low he's dropped because I don't think we took him 4th. I think we took him earlier.
Yeah, he's one of those players I'm seeing in mocks up to the 2nd round. I'm also seeing him as late as the 5th. I think it's just one of those years where it's hard to figure some of these guys out.
Yeah.
I'm very high on Roy. I also see Tyler Clark there. I know Ben's a fan of, and I also really like Raekwon Williams too from Michigan State. But I think Brevion.
I like it. Yeah, I like Ajim too. I know you don't like him. I like his upside.
I compared to Benito Jones, yeah. I personally, I mean, there's a few guys they could go here at interior defensive lineman. I mean, with what we've already drafted, to me, I think they would go with interior defensive lineman or corner at this pick. But I've also looked at who they've met with corner wise. It's Dane Jackson, Lavert Hill. So they're looking like a deeper or later corner. So I personally would go Roy at nose tackle.
How long is Joe Hayden under contract still?
Brevion, this guy right here.
No, maybe this is his last. It's either 1 or 2 more years. He just restructured though, which was
Corey, you talking about this guy right here?
Yeah,
Baylor. Okay.
Yeah, I'm very high on that guy.
So McTelvin Ajim plays a position just like Javon Kinlaw. He's just a poor man's Javon Kinlaw. Like, they looked like the same player to me, except Kinlaw is just faster, stronger, you know. But anyways, can you go to corner really quick? So have you ever watched Lamar Jackson out of Nebraska?
So
Matt?
him, the kid from Tulsa, and Stanford Samuels are the 3 guys that I would look at in the later rounds as a Kevin replacement. They're all 6'1", 6'2". They're all press man corners. Like, I don't know.
Yeah. So I guess, do we want to look at all first, just
Yeah.
to see, because we haven't addressed offensive tackle yet. Not
Yeah.
that there's,
If
but
Johnson from Clemson's there, I'd probably be tempted to take. I don't think he's going to be there in the 4th round in real life, but they need linemen.
and he's there.
There.
Who?
You would take a guard before a tackle though?
If the board plays out like what's tackle look like? I guess I don't want to see it. But,
Yeah, I mean Simpson's a much better value than probably who you're showing it. Well, I do really like Driscoll.
I do too. So that being the pick, if you're good.
I think they would take him if he's there.
Agreed.
Driscoll.
Let's do it.
Driscoll.
That Alex Taylor guy is interesting too.
6'9".
Yeah, he's a basketball player. He's super raw, but he's a really good athlete. I wouldn't take him here.
He'll get overdrafted though.
Yeah.
I mean, someone's going to take him
Based off of
you know.
I wouldn't do that in the 4th. I may do it in the 5th or the 6th, but
If you're a team like that, if you're a team like the Ravens or a team with a really good offensive line already, and he's sitting there in round 4, you take him. You know, because
upside's there. Yeah.
yeah. Before we make this next pick, Ryan, if you don't mind, I just want to look at our draft log and see who we've taken. Just to.
So I think it's Epineza, Chenault.
Go to my picks. Yep.
Just think about that too. Trading back and getting Epineza.
Yeah, that's the and still getting a receiver in the 2nd.
And getting
this would be
62. I'm pretty sure the draft experts would give you at least a B plus, if not an A for.
So, I mean, not to be greedy, but this is looking like what I would consider a perfect draft if we potentially got like an Ayuk at 62. Like that would be my dream.
Trade up.
Yeah, but
40s for that.
Yeah. So I think you either take another receiver here, if like Tyler Johnson, if he's potentially available, or Cephas. I don't know what you think, Matt, or you take your corner.
Super high on Cephas, even though I'm trying to like take off my Wisconsin blinders, but I think he's super undervalued. The other guy that I think you could probably get around this time that I don't know, I think I'm higher on than I really like Tanner Muse from Clemson. I think he's that Raven Green type player. He ran. I didn't think he was as fast as he was, and then he ran like a 4.45 or something crazy at the combine. So I'm high on him too. But yeah, I would be thrilled if they got Cephas.
I think you would take
Gandy Golden.
But he's got 5 arms.
Yeah, so Corey, we have what, 5 guys that are 6'3" plus. There's not really, even if you're not going to take a chance on a guy from Liberty who's another big receiver. The Packers won't. I think Cephas is more of a Mr. Reliable type guy.
So I know we talked about earlier with Chenault too, but Cephas actually reminds me more of Anquan Bolden than Chenault does. He's not very fast. He's a jump ball receiver. He can play in the slot. I like
good hands. He's really good in the middle of the field. He takes contact. I mean, I like Cephas a lot. I would take him here, and then I would hope that Tanner Muse is there at the next pick.
He won't be because we had to trade 192 and we rebooted it. Otherwise, that's what I was thinking.
Oh, okay. So we still have 208 and 209.
Yeah, and then our 7.
Honestly, I think if Muse is there in this scenario, I mean, it's up to you, Matt, but I think maybe you take Muse only because there's still receivers I like, and there's no other Muse. I mean, I like Miles Dorn a little bit, but not like Muse.
Yeah, I think he's very underrated. Is Harrison Bryant from Florida Atlantic there at tight end too? I think he's very underrated. I have him as probably like the 3rd best tight end. No, he's gone, so it doesn't matter.
No.
So you're taking Cephas?
Can you go to safety? Go to safety really quick, Ryan. I think we pulled the trigger on Muse, Matt.
I can tell you this right now. I'm huge on Muse. The Steelers are huge on Muse. There's a lot of teams that like Muse, and from what I've read, is that they're talking about moving him to middle linebacker, though. And if you watch his tape, it makes sense.
Yep.
The guy reminds me of who's the white linebacker that the Cowboys drafted last year.
Vander Esch.
Reminds me of Vander Esch, but this Muse has ball skills.
And he can cover. I mean, he's a dream for the Packers as a hybrid.
Well, yeah,
he's your hybrid safety all day long.
He's your nickel backer, basically.
Yeah.
To me, he's a guy that I know all these mocks have him going 4, 5, 6. I mean, I've even seen him going to 7th in one of them. But if you love him that much, I think you have to take him here, or you're not going to get him.
Yep.
Yeah, I think that's the pick. You agree, Matt?
Yeah, I agree. Receivers deep.
All right. Muse.
So right there again, guys.
Davis, Gaither, and Tanner Muse? Yes, please.
Yeah. With Epinesa? Yeah.
Yeah, with Epinesa.
Good stuff.
Did I tell you that 2 times already? 3 times?
What's that? You should tell us 4th.
Tell you 2 times, babe.
That's a good song.
It's a great song.
It reminds me of Californication. They played in Californication like 2 or 3 times.
We need more doors in our life.
All right, go to all.
All?
Yeah.
You got it.
This is our 6th round pick.
Yeah.
All right. So we got tackle. We got interior lineman. We got the receiver.
Cephas.
Step away.
Could go Cephas.
I like Josh Kelly here at running back. They are planning on taking a running back at some time. I think it's actually earlier than what we think. But for me, it's hard to pass on Josh Kelly at this point. Scroll down a little bit though.
Yeah.
I also like Dane Jackson from Pittsburgh a lot. They met with him. So I'm going to let you decide on the final pick. Joshua Kelly at running back. Is he ever going to be a stud number 1? No, but I think they like Connor enough maybe to bring in Kelly as like a 1-2 punch.
Yeah, but I mean, we've already got 3 on the charts. I mean, and we're weak at cornerback, so we got to go with somebody that we want to fill that hole with.
Yeah.
So I think I would lean more toward cornerback on this, and then see who's left in the running back position on pick 7.
All right, let's do it then. Dane Jackson had a hell of a Senior Bowl. So.
There it is. All right, we're on.
You seeing what I'm seeing, Matt?
Do you
I saw
see
they're
what
Cephas, but Lamar Jackson.
Well, I saw Lamar Jackson was there too.
I guess I should have asked if you wanted to trade.
I also like Tyler Clark as a nose behind Kenny Clark.
Yeah, we did take Epinesa, but yes, I am a huge fan of Tyler Clark. That dude plays mean. I like him a lot. I think Lamar Jackson's the pick here, Matt, don't you?
No brainer. Yep, that's where my eyes went, especially with Cephas off the board.
All right, you got 208, now 209.
So Hightower killed it at the combine. I heard some good things. I haven't actually watched his tape, but what are you thinking, Matt?
I would be interested to see what interior offensive line looks like. I think they're surprisingly weak at guard. Not Jenkins, obviously, but I'm not sold on Billy Turner. I think he's an easy cap casualty next year.
Uh-oh, we lost Ben.
Yep. Oh, man. I don't know if I like that too much. I like.
Let me boot him from the call real quick, and I'll get him back.
So I think I already have our next pick. It's actually interior offensive line as well. They absolutely love the small school guard. So
okay.
I'm not going to name any names.
Got it.
And I watched the tape, man. Small school, he can ball. We'll see if he can do it in the NFL. But
well, Ben is unavailable at this moment. Let me see here. What do you say?
How many picks overall do the Steelers have?
Not many, 6.
Oh,
Yeah, second, third, 2/4, no fifth, sixth,
There he
seventh.
is. All right,
Hey,
Ben. Welcome back. It's okay.
What do you-
This is overcoming technical difficulty Sunday. So
Yeah, my internet kicked out. It's raining here. I don't know what's going on.
Is that a thing?
Are we still?
I've
up,
heard
man?
of DirecTV
Yeah, it's
kicking
going
out
on.
due to the weather, but not the internet.
I love Stepaniak. But that's only because some guy was raving about him on a podcast that Corey sent me. The kid out of Indiana. He said he's like the most undervalued player in this draft. Says he's a monster, but
There's two guys at this point, and I'm not naming the other one. I'm not going to give him away yet, but you'll know whenever we pick him next round. But Stepaniak is the other guy that.
Is Tyler Clark still there?
No, check, but I don't think he is. Interior defensive lineman.
No, that's as low as it goes right there. That's all that's left.
Check
What,
IDL.
Just the
Interior
old
defensive lineman.
conflict. I like that Hightower kid from Boise. He's fast.
yeah.
Who are we looking for?
So we still haven't taken our second receiver, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's not there. You know who my late round receiver is, Ben?
Oh yeah, you'll get Watkins. Don't worry,
No,
unless
but-
we take him first.
What?
Steelers are only taking one this draft. And we already got.
Matt, I guess. I mean, I think if you're gonna go with Stepaniak, you take him later because you see where they have him graded on here. Maybe I think you take Hightower and then maybe.
I like
Maybe-
the Hightower. I like
Yeah.
Okay. Hightower it is. Rolling down the picks, boys. Coming down to the final finish line. Which is good. I like the movement of this one. You know, we're feeling it out. We're having good conversation. This is good stuff.
I'm just ready for the actual draft, man.
I know. I can't wait.
Yeah.
Especially
I'm
with
so excited.
All right.
All right.
Steelers are
Go
on the
to-
board.
Interior offensive lineman. You know, I love Quez Watkins, man. That's my sleeper receiver. I think he's going to be a star. Go down.
That's as far as I can go.
Was he already taken? Type in Dotson. Dotson.
I think he's gone.
Louisiana Lafayette. Damn.
is that the same school as that Robert Hunt?
This one right here,
That's the guy that's getting all the hype.
he's not available to draft.
Damn, that kid's good. All right, click out of that.
He was taken already.
Scroll down.
Am I still
God,
in?
there's
All right,
there's
go,
some really good corners still out there.
go to tight end.
AJ Green from Oklahoma State. I like him too. He had a
Yeah, I do too. He's another. Is he long?
Didn't we talk about Pickney before? I feel like we did.
Yeah, but you know what? I fell in love with somebody else, man. I mean, you can go Pickney based off of he's all around a decent tight end, but
He's slow, but he has production.
I like Wilcox from South Florida. I love Breland from Oregon. If Breland didn't get hurt, he had a pretty bad injury. If he didn't get hurt, I think he would be a second or third round pick. But there's a kid here at 398. His name is Charlie Warner, and he is blowing. He decleats people in the run game, dude.
Really?
I think that is something Pittsburgh's missing right now. I think they have to take him here just to make sure they have one. I think they plan on keeping, in my opinion, Ebron for several years if he works out and stay healthy. So he covers your pass catching needs. This kid Charlie Warner is going to be an animal in the run game as a blocker. So,
Okay.
my opinion.
Sounds like a good pick to me. I'm ready to draft him. All right, Packers, you're on the board right now.
Man, we haven't taken the tight end. I actually wouldn't. I mean, it's a seventh round.
There's
So
some
what do you
good
got
ones there, man.
Wouldn't mind.
I mean, I think Pinckney right there. I mean, I don't see how he falls
That's your
this far.
I don't think he does.
Like,
Pre-combine, I want to say he was like,
The number one tight end. He
yeah.
was number one tight end pre-combine.
Now here's a good topic to bring up because I feel like, I mean, you can say, you know, what you want about the combine, but I just wonder, like, shouldn't the tape, like, during gameplay,
I think that's what happened is,
look better? I mean,
well, I totally agree with you, but I think what happened with Pinckney, I do like Pinckney, but he doesn't excel at anything. He's just kind of good at everything, which isn't a bad thing, but he doesn't flash on tape, if that makes sense.
I don't
right?
think he's very big either. I
But
wanna
like
say he's
the
6'2".
6'3", 6.
when
I
you
think he's 6'3".
when you're looking at players in the combine, I mean, they're not wearing pads, they don't have the helmet on, they're in tights and stuff like that. I mean, I don't know. Maybe it's just me. I think some people play better when they're actually in a game situation. Plus, you got to think they're 4 months removed from even playing a game when they do, or 2 months, 2 or 3 months removed from even playing a game. So I just feel like it's not the best way to evaluate everything, in my opinion. And maybe they have to figure out a way to balance it out.
Well, some the teams that hold a lot of value with the combine or overvalue it are the bad teams.
Makes
like
sense.
Oakland in the past, and I can go down that road. But I think the combine is there to check boxes.
Yep.
We'll let the Packers
Interviews
fan
more
take the
important
picture,
anyway.
but
So I have a theory here. If you're going to take a tight end in round 7, you're basically taking a shot. Either someone's a really good blocker and they can't catch it all, that's why they're still here, or I like Steven Sullivan out of LSU right here because dude ran super fast. He didn't get tons of playing time, but he was just buried behind Moss. But seeing his combine, to me, I think he's the type of tight end you take here because it's like, you know what, we're not expecting anything special, but he at least has the athletic ability, unlike Pinckney, to potentially excel and be someone we're really glad we drafted.
Well, I'll let you make the call then.
Yeah.
Well, and I think with
Sullivan had a
you
very
have
good Senior Bowl.
Mercedes Lewis and you have Sternberger, Sternberger's an overall tight end. He actually became a really good blocker. I saw some really good things, and he's a great pass catcher. But Sullivan, to me, strikes me as more of that weapon, that pass catcher with how fast he is. If you can clean his game up in a couple years, maybe he's someone you can utilize. So I would take Steven Sullivan right here.
All right.
I think he has more upside than Pinckney.
Sounds good. And then you guys are coming up for pick 242 right now.
So Matt, I think you either take Stepaniak,
Yeah,
or you take another corner.
well, so whenever I do Draft Network on here, but again, I don't think it's realistic, but we already got our potential king replacement there. So I always lean towards Stanford Samuels with my last pick, but I don't think it's going to happen because I've seen, like I said, multiple mocks with him being a top 100 pick.
You guys took a running back, right?
AJ Green is still there too.
Yeah. Oh, but
Neville Clark, Kendall Vildor.
Who?
There's no way those guys are actually there.
We've only taken one lineman, though, I think. I don't see them. I don't see them taking less than 2. So.
I mean, I don't know how much you know about the interior offensive linemen that are left, but just for the sake of taking one, I'm obsessed with the idea of the Stepaniak kid because of what this analyst said about him.
What position?
He raved
said
about
he's a
him
mauler.
as a good long time scout.
Yeah.
I mean, he's been scouting since the 60s in the NFL.
Interior offensive lineman, Ryan. What do you think about that, man?
That's what I think that they. I mean, based off of what we've done, we need to draft a lineman. So I don't know about the guy, but I'm on.
Yeah.
Got
At
him.
this point, you trust Goody and you trust our scouts and our. If they they'll take an interior offensive lineman, like you said, or they take another tackle who potentially can play inside. I guess it depends how it plays out and who's available.
I think it's
All
silly.
right.
Trey Edmonds keeps popping up on these in the 7th round.
Dude, Trey Adams is going to go in round 4. I'm telling you right now. There's no way I don't care how many injuries he's had. He's too good when he's healthy. Someone's going to draft the upside. They're going to draft healthy Trey Adams just in the chance he can stay healthy.
All right, boys. There's our picks for the 2020 final mock draft. How do you guys feel about it?
I would.
I like that a lot.
Yeah, I mean,
weapons for Rodgers, potential
Well,
starter at tackle in a couple years.
mind you, our Meta BK pick was wasn't it?
It was
What?
Ezra Cleveland.
Yeah. I mean, I think just Ezra Cleveland, Corey.
That's right.
I mean, I think I would be ecstatic if Epinesa was there. If we traded back and got Epinesa, I mean, and then to get Gaither at 94, which I don't think is realistic. Chenault dropping is realistic, but I'd be curious who else is available there. But if you're the Packers, I'm looking at this and I'm looking at the defense. We just did so much good for our defense. We had weapons on offense, and then I mean, I love it.
Tanner Muse.
Yeah, I would.
Well, Epinesa trading back is hard to beat that, but other than that, Tanner Muse is probably my favorite pick there. I'm really
Awesome.
Yeah, and I think 208 and 209. That's one hell of a back-to-back in the sixth round with Jackson and Hightower.
Looks good. Well, so the next time we meet will be Thursday night. If you guys are wanting to do a live stream cast for the actual NFL draft, I'm down. Is it going to be on ESPN? Do we know? Do they have that all figured out?
ESPN and NFL Network are partnering up. I think they're going to play it on like 3 different networks, but it's ABC, ESPN, and NFL Network.
All right.
Ben and I talking about it. It's going to be hard to do the whole thing, but maybe we can dial in when the Packers come up.
So
when the picks come up.
I have a thought, Ryan. So for me personally, with the kids and everything, I mean, I'm not going to be able to get away with getting on during the draft, but why not set one up for before the second round starts and then before day 3, and we can kind of analyze what we saw on day 1, and then we can analyze what we saw, and then we all can talk about times and actually do what works best for us.
Yeah, I like that too. Actually, now that you mention it, that's a pretty good idea. Because each pick is 15 minutes or something like that. So let's talk later in the week and do a recap the day after the first and second round, and then so on and so forth. I think that sounds like a winning solution there. So with that, I think we can go ahead and wrap this show up and go about our evening drinking some delicious craft beer or whatever you made there. Ben,
you were one hell of an addition, Matt.
Appreciate it. Yeah, nice meeting you.
I like it.
Good time, guys.
So we'll look forward to joining. I'll clip these audio parts together and we'll get this out there for the good people to listen to. So with that, I'm going to go ahead and stop the recording. You guys have an awesome night.